Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday. Today we had CPI data, and as you can see from the screen, we got some things to talk about. CPI data came in slightly hotter than expected, and slightly. It wasn't some huge miss, right? But because of the uncertainty the past couple of weeks and the fear mongering, I like to say, about reinflating inflation because of the tariffs and things like that, this slight miss this morning on CPI data was enough to send the market off a cliff, as you can see. So we are about 6 minutes away from market open. Welcome to the channel. This is the Trading Phoenix, where you're watching me trade live in my challenge account to become funded through Funder Pro, link in the description. I do this every morning. I come on here live so that you guys can see the entire process of trying to go from nothing to becoming funded and eventually profitable and going to go full time as a trader. I'm documenting the entire process so that it is completely open and honest, and something that I think that is missing out there in the world today for a lot of new people that are looking to get into day trading, especially as a primary source of income. So welcome. Please hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Those of you that have already subscribed, thank you. I appreciate you. We are over 100 subscribers now. The channel is growing rapidly. Way faster than I was expecting. So thank you all for that. I really appreciate it. It's really humbling. So I'm going to continue to be on here live every morning. I'm going to start planning to make some other videos to throw up on the channel as well. And if you guys are interested, I'm also starting a free Discord. Link is in the description for that as well. You guys will get free market updates every morning for different markets, NASDAQ, S&P, crypto, and then if there's anything else that you guys are looking for me to be able to provide value, just let me know, and I will work on making that happen for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for me primarily, but for you to be able to see what it's actually like to go through this process, right? So, and that includes the Discord. So, like I said, we are a few minutes away from market open. Let's just take a look at the data real quick, just so that we can all see. I did post it in my Discord so that you guys can see. So CPI year over year, we were expecting 2.9%. We got 3%. Core CPI year over year, we were expecting 3.1%. We got 3.3%. CPI month over month, we were expecting 0.3. We got 0.5. And in core CPI month over month, we were expecting 0.3, and we got 0.4. So again, not some huge miss here, but slightly hotter than expected. And because the market has been wibble wobbly the past week or so because of these tariff talks, anytime Trump tweeted something about tariffs, the market would just flush, right? Quickly. It would recover quickly also, but we do have this uncertainty right now. Because we had this slight miss, it was enough to, again, send the market off a cliff this morning. So now at market open, it'll be interesting to see if the market is going to recover or if it's going to continue to bleed today because of the data that we have. Also keep in mind that tomorrow we have PPI data, which in the Fed's eyes is a little bit more important than CPI data. So if that comes in slightly hotter than expected also, you can almost guarantee that we are not going to get any more cuts anytime soon from the Fed. So we shall see. Again, I made that trade afterwards, I think, right? Or did I make it live? I don't remember now if I made that trade live yesterday or if I did it after. I don't remember now. Yes, sir. Anyway, if I did or didn't, I did make one trade yesterday. It was a beautiful trade. I waited for the proper setup. I got in right at the right time based off of my strategy, and it was a beautiful 2-to-1 trade. So I went in with risking 0.5%. I did decrease my risk and position size a little bit just due to we had already made this huge climb throughout the day, so I didn't know how much more upside we had. So I decreased my position size and my risk by 0.5%, and I ended up making 1%. So a beautiful 2-to-1 trade. That was the day yesterday. So far we are 3 for 3 this week, and we are going to continue on that path. So you can see here we had this nice dump here. This was CPI data this morning. Here's market open right now. We did have a little bit more downside, but this is really a little bit, consolidation here. So we are at market open right now, and let's see how the market is going to react to that data at market open here. Are we going to continue to the downside, or are we going to try to make a recovery here? So keep in mind now that since we've had, this huge candle here, we do have most likely some orders in this area here that may need to be filled. It doesn't mean that it's going to. Okay, we could just continue to the downside here. A lot of this could have been canceled based on what the data was. Who knows? So let's see here. We get really not much movement here either. Volatility obviously is spiked. It's increased. We opened way higher than we closed on the VVIX yesterday. So be careful. Plenty of volume here. Let's see if we want to recover. I would just be careful, taking longs today, unless we end up recovering completely and making new highs. If you're going to get in somewhere, down where we are currently, just be careful. Maybe target a 1-to-1, because there could be a lot more downside than there is upside today. So, you have increased volatility. You have not so good data. You have more very important data tomorrow. So, and don't be surprised too if we just trade sideways today based on more data coming out tomorrow. Sometimes the market tends to do that because it wants to see what the data is going to be like tomorrow. So just keep all that in mind. See if my video is still delayed here. I think we're back on track. All right, so we're looking to break structure here. This looks good. We might be looking for a recovery. All right. Let's take a look here. See what our higher time frames look like. All right. So again, I'd be looking for break in structure. We are making higher highs so far after market open. So we did break and close slightly above our high here. I would love for us to break above this structure here. Okay, looking to fill this huge gap that we have here. So I'll be looking for, obviously, my strategy is looking for an area of imbalance that the market leaves behind, and we're looking to target a fill of that imbalance with the stop loss below the imbalance, and then targeting the upside. So in this particular case here, if we can get something in this area here, it would be really nice because we'd probably be able to target these highs here, looking for a recovery. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. I'd probably be trailing my stop pretty tight because at any point in this area here, we could get a flip and then continued, downside. So just be careful with that. So we're just waiting for the strategy to play out. Looks like we're getting some resistance here, which makes sense. We can also lay out our 15-minute orb. Starts here. We'll just put it here for now. I'll adjust it once we fill the rest of this in. But we're looking good here. Hopefully we get a nice recovery. So far, we haven't left any imbalances behind yet. Still early. So we do have Chair Powell testifying again today. It didn't really have that much of an effect on the market yesterday, and it's probably going to be a lot of the same questions and whatnot today. So I don't expect it to have a huge effect on the market. Doesn't mean it won't, but I'm just, based off of what we got yesterday. And then tomorrow, like I said, we have our normal continued and initial jobless claims, which we get every Thursday. But then the big hitter is PPI. So we're getting our PPI data tomorrow as well, which the Fed weighs pretty high in its decision making for interest rates. So tomorrow will be another big mover, and that's at 8:30 a.m. New York time. All right. Let's see if we have any other news. Our heat map looks a little bit more red than green today. So a decent push to the upside on market open here so far. We're just not leaving any imbalances behind yet to even consider a position here. And I would just be careful because, again, at any point in here, we could get a quick push back to the downside, making new lows. So just be careful. We got about 16 and a half minutes for our 4-hour and 1-hour candle to close. Okay, here's our 1 hour. And our 4 hour, right? So we could head right back down to fill this candle up on the 4 hour. 15 minutes is a long time. A lot could happen. So just be cautious. Volatility is dropping, although still increased. So I like that it's dropping, and it's dropping pretty quickly. So we opened at 106 and we're down to 103 now, but that doesn't mean, it doesn't mean anything. I could turn around and head right back up the other way. We're still above 100 right now, which is a caution label, right, on the markets. That means increased volatility. That means that support and resistances are less likely to hold. So just be cautious. That's all. On a daily basis, you should be very picky with your trades, right? But when you have conditions like this, where you had data, you have confusion, uncertainty in the market and in the economy, and then you have increased volatility, all of those things combined tell you to be even more picky with your trades. Dropping, although still increased. So I like that it's dropping. It's dropping pretty quickly. So we opened at 106 and we're down to 103 now. That doesn't mean, anything. I could turn around and head right back up the other way. We're still above 100 right now, which is a caution label, right, on the markets. That means increased volatility. That means that support and resistances are less likely to hold. So just be cautious. That's all. On a daily basis, you should be very. All right, I think I fixed the delay in my video here. Okay, so we have our 15-minute market open range, our orb, and we use this for open range breakout in the morning. I also mostly use this to basically tell me what direction the market's going to move for the day, right? So if we obviously have an uptrend from market open, if we break above our opening range and we retest, and we continue to the upside, it's a pretty good indicator that we are, our direction is to the upside for the day, or at least for the near future, and vice versa, right? So this is what I like to use this for. We have not left any imbalances behind yet. So here's your break This could be a retest. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if this holds and continues to the upside, or if we come back into our range, which means that we could be now targeting the open range low. Volatility index is still dropping. We got about 10 minutes for our 1 hour and 4 hour candles to close here. So it'd be interesting to see what we get here. We're hitting previous resistance areas. Okay. Yeah, I would be careful here. I would almost go short here. You got resistance here, pretty strong based on the larger time frames. You got very strong market reaction to data to the downside pre-market. You got almost a 50% retracement, almost on that. So we'll see. Let's see what the market wants to do. Question is how strong was that data? Is it strong enough to flip the market direction? Or was it just enough to have a little reaction? And now we're going to continue on. All right. That's a nice strong bullish candle there. Nice strong close, break in structure. Okay, so let's see if we can get a little 1, 2, 3 candle here. Let's see if we got enough to do it. We don't have it. It just doesn't look like we have the resilience in continuing to the upside to make a recovery here. So I would be very cautious with taking long positions today. I think personally my sentiment is going to be to the downside right now. I guess we'll see in the next 5 minutes on how these two larger time frame candles close. That'll tell us a little bit more. So honestly, I'm not going to get into anything in the next 5 minutes here. I'm going to wait to see how these candles close, and then we'll go from there. Like I said, you might have a bunch of orders here that didn't get filled, that the market is just trying to fill now before we continue to the downside. So I'd be super cautious. I'd be super cautious with taking longs today, at least right now. So far I'm up 2% on the week. Two really nice trades, Monday and Tuesday. Last week I was up 1.6% on the week. That's how I finished the week off. I didn't trade I didn't trade on Thursday or Friday. The market just didn't give me any openings to get in. So I'd rather not. I didn't have any red trades last week. And so far, knock on wood, this week either. So two nice green trades this week so far. Both of them, no, I think Monday was a 1-to-1. Yesterday was a 2-to-1. Both very well executed trades based on my strategy. Followed the strategy to the T, and it works. So I'm looking for the same thing here today. I think I would rather it provide me an entry to go short today. Again, like I said, we'll see in about 2.5 minutes on how these candles close. I wouldn't be surprised in the last 2 minutes here that we get a little downside move. It would not surprise me. So I said, earlier in the week or at the end of last week, I'm really trying to work on following my strategy exact. Really trying to work on my patience and not forcing trades, even if it takes hours for the market to give me an entry. And so far I've been doing that, and so far it's been showing to or proving to be worth the patience. And I already know that going in. It's just, your emotions get a hold of you, and that's the biggest challenge, is controlling your emotions, not letting your emotions control you. When I backtest this strategy, when I do replay in TradingView, and I I go back to random times in the market, and I run my strategy in replay as if I'm trading live. So far is given me an 80% win rate. In my live challenge here for the last 2 weeks, I know it's not a lot of time, it's not a lot of data, but in the last 2 weeks, I've traded this strategy to the T. And I will pull up my account here through Funder Pro. And what I'll do is I'll take a little screenshot so that you guys can't see my account number and stuff. But I am at a 75% win rate so far in this challenge. And that's following this strategy exact, which means waiting. Sometimes I wait for hours. Sometimes it gives me the opportunities. Here goes your downside move. Watch. So what I'll do is I'll try to take a screenshot, or maybe I can, there we go. I can just hide the data there, and then I'll bring you over into here. Yeah, perfect. This is my data. It's right here for you to see live, not hiding anything. Winning trades 75%, losing trades 25%. This is my total P&L, so I'm up 3% on this account so far, and that's in 2 weeks. This is what I have left to finish phase 1. You can see here active trading days 6, so it's 75% win rate, right? So this is it right here. This is my account, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. You guys are watching that live, okay? No gimmicks, no nothing. That's what it is right there for you guys to see. So this strategy works, okay? And I'm telling you, it's even 75% win rate is really good for a trading strategy. Now, the first 2 trades that I made in this challenge were the red trades that are indicated here. First one was a break-even trade. The next one was a 0.5%. That was a legit loss. I've been green ever since then. So as we continue, and as I continue to have patience, that percentage will increase. The win percentage will increase. And I'll continue to show you guys. I got nothing to hide. It's the whole point of me being here, is to be to have complete openness here. All right, so this may be a move here. We'll see. You can see here bearish candle which breaks previous structure, leaving behind this area of imbalance. We have a 1, 2, maybe 3 candle. Let's see how this finishes. Okay, so boom, 1, 2, 3 candles. If we get a move back into this area of imbalance and it fills, and then we get a bearish candle inside there, I will take a short position here. To be quite honest with you, I don't know that we're going to get a retracement here. I think that this is just going to go down. Volatility is climbing again. So this is what I was trying to say, guys. Be careful taking long positions today, because the downside is way more than the upside, okay? So we had if you look here, we had pretty much a 50% retracement on this bearish candle previous open market. This was the data that we got, okay, at pre-market open, which is 8:30. We had some consolidation here before market open. Market open slowly pushed up 50%, and now we're going to get this downside. So let's see if we get a retracement into this area of imbalance here. That'd be really nice. And try to take a short position targeting the lows of pre-market. And if you look here, this is a really nice tight area here, which means my stop loss is going to be in a really nice position to grab a very, very nice RR here. But that's if we get a retracement here. And if we get a retracement here, it needs to respect this zone. So when I talk about area of imbalance, where you have, if you have 3 candles here, okay, one of the candles breaks structure, and the wicks of the previous candle and the following candle do not touch, okay, that is an area of imbalance, right? Where the market's going to want to come back into this area to fill these orders that weren't filled. All right, so that's your area of imbalance. Some people call it a fair value gap. I like to call it an area of imbalance because that's what it is. The market's, the market is looking for imbalances, and it doesn't like to have imbalances. So it likes to fill or balance out those areas. So a lot of times you get a retracement into this area where you get these orders filled, and then you continue in the direction that the market is going. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, normally you look for these within the direction of the market, and you stay with the direction of the market. And I normally use the market open to give me the direction of the market. I don't really go based on previous sessions or pre-market, but in today's case, because we had this data here, I would say that the market is more likely to continue to the downside than it is to the upside. So I would just be careful is all I'm saying. And then this being in the middle here, this doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to continue downside. So this is a little bit more of a trickier situation because we have this over here. Let's just take a look at these larger time frames here to see where these candles closed. All right, we could just be targeting the lows again here, looking for liquidity to maybe continue up or liquidity to continue to the downside. We do have this very, very long and very strong trend line here that honestly we could be looking to get to. See, this is when I talk about the downside is greater than the upside, your upside is maybe in this area here. Your downside is way down here, at least. Let's take a look at our 1 hour. There you go. So you have market data, CPI data, 50% retracement, market open, and now where are we going? Are we going to continue to the downside? Who knows? You just have to wait and see. Technically, we have an area of imbalance here on the 15-minute that we could be looking to fill here before continuing up. So this is one of those days where you just got to be careful. And that's why I say if you're going to take a trade, maybe today's the day that you just target a 1-to-1. Take your profit and get out, because you don't really know where the market's going to head, right? So if you can target a 1-to-1 within these areas, you might be a little bit more apt to succeed on a day like today. So we'll see. It might actually align. You know, if I draw an area of imbalance here, it's kind of iffy, but we do have a strong bullish candle here, which broke above the market open candle here. So technically you're breaking structure. We have an area of imbalance here. We may be targeting this. You also have an order block here because you have again, a strong bullish candle here, which breaks structure. And then you know, this is how you find order blocks. So you have an order block here as well. Now, if I bring this up to a larger time frame, like the 15-minute, that kind of aligns. So we'll see. This might be the safer play. This might not get filled at all. Or it might get filled later in the day. This might be your range for today. I wouldn't be surprised if we do trade in a range today because we have data tomorrow. And now you have uncertainty in the market. All right. So let's see what happens. It's just a waiting game at this point. You know, looking closely here, we have no imbalances left behind on the way up here. You rolled back over here. So let's see what we get. Volatility is still increasing. I mean, we're a little lower than we opened, but we're kind of sitting at like 103, 104 right now. But like I said before, anything above 100 is volatility, right? Oh, and so we wait. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we're just going to sideways trade today. And that's what we got on Thursday and Friday last week, and that's why I didn't place any trades, because that type of market doesn't really allow for good entries, especially for my strategy. This is the kind of environment, if we are going to just continue sideways here, um, where stop losses are just taken out left and right, because you have these big moves in both directions with no reason, right? There's no rhyme or reason as to the change in direction, and it's really just, you know, if I was somebody that was looking at this here and then saw this bearish candle, especially a newer trader, right? You put a stop loss right above here to continue to the downside, right? And then you get this, whoop whoop, and then boom, your stop loss is gone, and then then they would say, okay, well, this is going to continue to the upside now. We have two bearish or bullish candles here. Let's put my stop loss below the low here, and hopefully continue to the upside. And now watch. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a boop boop, and then boom, the stop loss is taken out. So this environment here isn't an environment that's worth trading in. All right. So for me, I'd have to see, a break in previous highs, right, to look to continue to go long or something like that. I'm definitely not trading in this area here unless something gives me respect for an entry that makes sense, right? So if we do come back into this zone here, and we get respect here, then yeah, I'm gonna look to take a short here because this makes sense. Okay, so we just disrespected this area of imbalance here. So this is not valid for me to take a trade off of anymore. Could possibly use this as an inverse, but I don't know. Hmm. It's very risky in either direction. So that's if this closes like this is the kind of candle I like to see, making higher highs here on the day, right? Post market open. If this closes strong. So you can see here, bullish candles, break in structure here, area of imbalance here. So we are continuing to make higher highs, lower lows since market open. Okay. Albeit pretty wide range here. So again, just be careful, be picky with your trades. Don't get in just to get in. Look for your A plus setups, especially in a day like today. Mm. This might be one of those days that we just don't get our entries because of the volatility. And that's all right. Let's bounce into Powell's thing real quick. See if there's anything exciting happening. Yeah, boring. It's just the same stuff over and over again, you know? These committee members using these hearings to say what they want to say versus what they actually should be doing, pushing their agenda instead of asking real questions to the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Yeah. All right. Well, seems like today is going to be a little bit of a boring day in the market. So, for those of you interested, again, I have a free Discord where I'm starting a community, uh, trying to put together a community of like minded people, new traders, successful traders, traders on their way to success, so that we can help each other learn, grow, become successful together, and then help others do the same thing. If you guys are interested in joining my free Discord, the link is in the description. Within that Discord, I have set up some free market updates that go out every morning. Right now, I have an update for the NASDAQ, S&P 500, one for Bitcoin and one for Ethereum. If you guys are interested in any other kinds of updates, just let me know, and I'll work on getting those working as well. And I also have updates daily for what economic events are happening, like today's CPI. So you'll get that in the morning as well before it happens. And then you'll get that weekly also, so that you have an idea of what's coming for the week. So that link for my free Discord is in the description. Consider joining. I'd appreciate it. And then most of the time, also, when I get off of my live here, I continue to update the Discord as to what I'm doing, whether I'm taking a trade or what my plan is, what I'm looking for. I put those updates in the Discord as well throughout the day until I'm actually done trading for the day. So even though I'm not live, I'm still providing my audience, with the information as to what I'm doing, right? So full transparency here. Pictures and all kinds of things. I put all that in the Discord. So even though I'm not live after the fact, I'm still letting you guys know what I'm doing. I'm calling out my trades, and I'm not doing that for you to copy me. Please don't copy me. This is not financial advice. Um, do your own research, make your own decisions. This is just, again, for me to have full transparency in my journey going from nothing to becoming funded, profitable, and then transitioning into a full-time trader, right? So I just trying to document the whole process and be completely transparent with that. So I do that by coming on here live every morning. And then once I'm done with my live, because sometimes it gets boring, like today, I switch over to updating my Discord with what I'm doing throughout the day. So that's what all that's for. And I think today is going to be one of those days where I'm going to have to say goodbye on the live for now. And I will continue updating you all in the Discord. So again, Link for the free Discord is in the description down below. A couple other links there if you're interested in a prop firm. I use Funder Pro. They're fantastic. Daily updates, daily payouts, multiple daily payouts, and they just opened a futures portion of their business as well. So they do offer futures as well. I know a lot of people are into the futures. So if you're looking for that, great place. No daily drawdown. It's just a cap on your drawdown daily, or no trailing drawdown is what I should say. My apologies. No trailing drawdown. You just have a max daily drawdown and a max total drawdown for your account size, and even in futures, which is fantastic. So all those links are in the description down below. Again, thank you guys. Continue subscribing, like, share, comment, do all those things. Continue to support the channel here, which is growing very quickly, and I appreciate all of you for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for today, all. And I'll see you tomorrow morning live again. PPI data tomorrow morning. Keep an eye out for that. And then keep an eye out for my updates in Discord. Have a great day, everyone.